aliens?
Because they're somehow related in there, but yeah.
Do they exist?
Well,
Do you
you're
guys
fucking
think
right.
aliens
They have
exist?
to. Right down to the sheer mathematical numbers, they have to.
Well, I think the UFO phenomenon isn't the same as the alien phenomenon, no. I think there's a difference.
Yeah, there is.
For sure. First off, I think a lot of this started. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because everybody, you can look on the internet, ask your grandmother. Everybody knows about Roswell. I'm just saying, I think Roswell in 1947 was a catalyst for the UFO phenomenon. And then I think the UFO phenomenon got people talking about aliens. And then when that started going on, people from outer space in these flying saucers, then of course we start to get the ancient alien theory and so forth and so forth and so forth. I think that's basically the progression you're looking at. I think.
People definitely claim to see something.
You know what?
I'll say that.
It's a good way to start. I looked up some stuff on UFO encounters, and I found 3 that really intrigued me. And I know we've talked about it, so I'm not going to go in any particular order, but I'll start with the Gorman dogfight. Basically, 25-year-old George Gorman, he was a World War II veteran and fighter pilot. He was in the skies of North Dakota on October 1st, 1948. He noticed a blinking light in the distance. He contacted a nearby airport, and they told him that at that particular moment, there was supposed to be nothing in the sky with him. Well, when he went to take a closer look, to make a long story short, he claims that a small aerial dogfight started. Basically, he went in pursuit of this thing. He was clocked at 400 miles an hour in the air when this was occurring, and he said the UFO basically effortlessly avoided him when he thought he was gaining on the thing, and it shot vertically straight up in the air and disappeared. I'll only bring this up because, to me, that's a pretty credible witness. A World War II pilot, fighter pilot. I mean, he has no reason to bullshit anything. He has nothing to gain by it. I just find that one is a little is interesting because let's face it, okay? All I'm going to say as far as this goes, if Billy Bob Joe fucking shit kicking cocksucking moron is out in his fucking truck late at night and he stalls on the side of the road and he says, I saw a light and it shone on me and took me and I saw weird looking aliens and they stuck something up my ass and then they sent me back. Fuck off. Okay, you're not credible. I'm sorry, you're not. You're not credible. I don't believe your story. I don't care what you say. But this is a fighter pilot, a seasoned World War II veteran. Any thoughts?
It was wildly publicized too.
At the time, yeah. Yeah, for sure it was. It was highly publicized.
The object was like super small too. It was only like 8 inches across, 6 inches tall, and it was like a blinking light. I remember also in the reports it said that the object laws of inertia did apply to it, so it couldn't like go completely vertical or completely horizontal. It had to use like arced movements when you followed it.
I'm not saying there was a 2-inch alien inside that light. Because the UFO is unidentified flying object.
You don't know if it's an alien.
But still, it's pretty intriguing story nonetheless. It makes you go, So I thought I'd bring that up. Now, the one that I know you've done some research on too, and is pretty intriguing, is the whole Kecksburg UFO incident. This thing, wow! Today it's still debated, and it's still still full of controversy. People can't make a decision on this, but to break it down for you, basically, one night in 1965, people across several states and Ontario people, this is a Canadian angle to it, people witnessed a fireball going through the sky. It basically crashed in Pennsylvania, and when it crashed, it sent sonic booms and shock waves across the landscape, started grass fire in places, and it was wrote off as a simple meteor. But yet people say they also saw a trail of blue smoke when it crashed. There's more to it. You can take it from there, Larry. Yeah, see, I thought it was 1965. But
According
anyways,
to Pennsylvania.
Larry can go into a
In the
little more
United
detail
States.
about this one. He did a little research too, but that is basically the gist of it. I will say this though, the government went out of their way pretty quick to remove the object. Yeah, and since then, wow, there's been a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, they showed up super quick. So the Ketzbergs incident, it was what a lot of people thought were a meteor was seen falling in the atmosphere. It was first seen over Canada, like Wisconsin, and it moved over America, was seen in like 6 more states, and landed in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, where it set like grass fires, and people reported seeing a meteor with Egyptian like hieroglyphics or just kind of some type of writing in it that they couldn't understand. Before anybody could really get good pictures or images of it, the government showed up and told everybody to fuck off.
That's
Yeah, and they say it was kind of shaped like a walnut, which is really weird too.
They say 25 different pilots also reported seeing this thing flying through the air that same night. So a lot of weird witnesses.
Now that, you never know, could have been the genuine deal. An alien aircraft, 100%. Not that I'm saying it is, but I'm saying if you want to argue about aliens being in flying saucers, that's probably a good one to start with.
Yeah, that
For
one's
sure.
it's pretty hard to explain that one.
And then the one that really intrigued me probably the most doing my research was the Battle of Los Angeles. This thing, wow. The official story behind this blew my mind. But anyways, on the night of February 24th, 25th in 1942, at the height of World War II, basically there were air raid sirens that went off in LA County.
Woo!
They actually sent out the Coast Artillery Brigade, and they opened fire on a supposed attacker in the sky. Everyone thought it might have been the Japanese because, obviously, this was only a few months after Pearl Harbor and Elwood attacks. So people were, a little on edge. Here's the thing, though. They came out later and said it was a false alarm and it was due to wartime paranoia, yet they fired upon something for an hour. It was reported in the sky.
It was longer than an hour.
Well, from what I read, it was an hour. And what were they shooting at? If it was hysteria, hello, why would you be shooting at
Makes no
nothing?
sense.
It makes no sense. That one gets me. What's going on there? Were they shooting at an alien? Were they shooting at Japanese enemies?
Probably just shooting at the fuck clouds.
I don't know.
Well, that's their official story, basically.
Yeah, their story was pure hysteria that everybody thought Japan was gonna come invade the West. So they thought Japan was actually coming to invade and open fire for like all night.
I heard all night. I've heard an hour. The stories vary. I wasn't there, but the point is, it happened. This is documented fact. I don't get it. Is the government in cahoots with aliens? Are they trying to cover up aliens? Or is it in everybody's mind?
It's the Men in Black.
What the hell is going on? I don't know, but it's pretty bizarre. And I will say this, okay? And just since you brought it up, let's just get it out. This Men in Black thing, first off, I don't think the movies were fucking documentaries or biographies of anybody. Second off, I'm pretty sure that people who have reported strange shit have definitely had visited by government officials and probably threatened by government officials. Do I think they're wearing black and they're actually aliens inside skin bodies? No. And I think if you do, you probably watch Men in Black, the movie, way too many fucking times. I mean, I don't know. You want to elaborate? You got a different opinion? Please say so. I don't know. That's the way I look at the Men in Black thing. I think it's just an excuse for people to say, yeah, I was visited by these government motherfuckers and, they watch too much movies. I don't know. Of course, though, there's footage out there, but footage can be
Easily manipulated.
Yeah. I
don't
don't.
know. The Men in Black, they're not. If they do exist, how do you keep it so secret? It's like you're not Bigfoot. You know what I mean?
They got like mind control.
Yeah. They just pull out a little thumbstick and they're like, "This was just a city transit accident."
Okay, here's the other problem. What do they consider a real encounter and not a real encounter?
Probably anal probing is not a real encounter. How much can an alien learn from her ass at one time, man? Like, let's be real.
Well, if they can read minds, then they would definitely know. Like, and I know a lot of people that say they have encountered these men in black feel like their innermost thoughts are being read. Like they feel super exposed in front of them.
Right.
Like just really uncomfortable and anxious, which kind of leads people to believe that they can read people's thoughts. But obviously, it's speculation, just like the Men in Black.
Okay, well then, take it here then. Alien abduction. Now, come on, everybody's gonna have a fucking opinion on that.
I don't think they're real.
Okay, why not?
Why the fuck would aliens abduct us? Like, I don't know. I don't see why an alien would want to abduct a human. And if you're getting abducted, you're probably not coming back because you're probably getting abducted for scientific research. And if they do it anything like humans do it, they're tearing you the fuck apart to understand you. You're not coming back.
Well, at that point, man, I'm sorry. If an alien, if it's like in the movies where they're like, it's a tractor beam or some shit and it fucking pulls you, right?
Steal
If
your
they have that
cattle.
kind of fucking technology, you'd think they'd just be able to scan us and be like, oh, well, this is a pretty basic fucking life form. They kill each other. Move on. Like, that would be the general gist, right?
There was the X-Files. There was this episode. I don't know the name of the episode, but I'm sure you can look it up. And it starts out these two kids on an abandoned road. And they're fucking around doing whatever the hell they're doing. They see a light. And this alien appears. So you figure, okay, here comes an alien abduction. Then here comes the twist. Another bigger beam of light appears, comes down. An alien appears, a different looking alien. And the first alien looks at the other alien and goes, "What the fuck? Who are you? They sent me. They never said another guy was coming." And then obviously something bad happens to that guy and the couple, and they get abducted by real alien. And it goes on
What?
from there. But it's a funny episode of the X-Files.
What, there's
It
two
is-
different types of aliens?
Basically, there was an alien.
It's
a
the
guy
20th
dressed as
episode
an
of the
alien.
third season.
What?
20th
Oh,
episode of the third
oh,
season.
okay, I see what you...
Right,
yeah.
there was a guy dressed up. He was a government guy
Confused me for a
Right.
second
who was going to abduct people for the government. And then a real alien came down and took all three of them instead.
there.
And then it goes on from there. But it's a very funny episode. It's good though. And it even has the Men in Black in it as well. So, and I don't want to spoil it all for you, but it's hilarious. But my point is of the episode, that's kind of the way I see it. I think a lot of alien abductions, most of
It's the
them,
government.
is the government, for sure. People, the government, whether you admit it or not, you think about it or not, the government have done nefarious shit to their people, and not just America, motherfuckers, everywhere. They do things to their people. Okay? Sometimes they take people for different reasons. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't. It just seems funny to me that usually these people that get abducted, to me, when you listen to them tell their story, they seem pretty susceptible to hypnosis and other things like that. They just seem to have those type of personalities, those little, quirks about them. And I think that these people sometimes are targeted. Now, there are 10% I can't explain, but I will say this. How come is it most times people get abducted by aliens when they're sleeping in their bed? Just saying.
Or driving home really late at night.
And they're tired. It's just, do you see where I'm going with this?
I don't get the connection either. Why, like, aliens are supposedly fascinated with cattle. and stealing cows.
They're not
or-
fucking Irish. They don't rape them.
Well, unless you're like the Canadian ant guy that does those videos, that's about what it would amount to. We'd be the ants, and the alien, he would be the guy narrating it and doing all the stupid human
These guys,
experiments, right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess if you look at it from the alien's
what would the cows
perspective,
be?
right?
Like super big ants.
Well, I'm just talking us as humans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why else they'd have any interest in us other than a science experiment, although that
Or
brings up
watch us
another
kill
good
each other.
point. And that brings up another good point. Talking about experiments. What about the pyramids? Have we had alien intervention before? Way back, early man? The ancient Egyptians in particular? Because when you look at this pyramid thing, wow, that's crazy.
Man, there's no way
They're
they
pers-
rolled them on logs.
The precise measurements of it, the rock, the way they cut it, the way they built it, the way it aligns with Orion's belt. And the only way you know that it could align with Orion's belt is if you're getting a bird's eye view. Because there's no way you could build it from the ground knowing that you would get that perfect alignment. The math behind them is mind-boggling too. Even to this day, we really can't reproduce those exact dimensions and build those pyramids exactly the way they were done. And this was supposed to be done with them rolling logs.
And chisels.
And yeah, I don't buy it. If there was ever a time where the ancient alien theory would have an argument, would it not be the pyramids?
Pyramids, Stonehenge.
Well, Stonehenge, I don't know about Stonehenge.
That's like another mathematical one. I don't know the math behind Stonehenge.
I don't really
Neither
either.
do I, but
I know it's like linked to the stars somehow.
But I'm just talking about the pyramids. Now, what if aliens came down and for whatever reason,
well, it's like the Mayans. They just disappeared. What if aliens took them?
that's another weird
Legit.
one.
I want to sound like one of those crazy
Could be.
alien fucking fanatics,
It's
but
more likely it was disease though. It's way more likely.
where are their bones
Probably.
and fucking shit? They
Yeah.
oil now?
Under the Amazon. Good luck finding them.
Yeah, but we dug out their cities.
No, we haven't. They
No,
found a
not all of
huge
them.
city in the Amazon, man. They found out like it's like a third of the Amazon is an ancient city that we can't even dig up.
Which is
Like
nuts in
there's
itself.
roads, canals, temples, all this stuff we can see with like this weird photography. But yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah, think about that.
Damn.
Although, where did they get these ideas from? Again, you guess you could go back to arguing about the ancient alien theory.
It's either aliens or a huge gap in our history
Yeah, for
that
sure.
we don't know of.
For sure, it has to be.
But aliens fit that gap very nicely.
Well, this
We'll
is
say
the
that.
problem, right? With ancient man is there's gaps.
Where is it? The tropical forest?
The Amazon rainforest.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of gap in early man's history. Well, this is where ancient alien theorists get their theories and their steam from. But the pyramid one, though, wow, I don't know. It would explain a lot, if you ask me. It would
Yeah.
explain how they were built for sure if there was ancient alien intervention. I just don't understand why there would be unless it's basically their version of stupid human tricks, only it's aliens.
The one thing I really don't understand about the pyramids is the mortar they use.
Yeah, it's pretty
'Cause, like,
crazy.
I just found out recently that we can't reproduce that mortar no matter how hard we do. Like we try. It's a compound that we cannot reproduce. So like
That's pretty creepy when you think about it.
what did they know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and who told them this shit?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You kidding me? I don't know how many years that is and we can't reproduce that shit.
And I'm
And,
sorry.
Stonework for all those years.
Scientists now are saying the same thing that I've been saying and other people have been saying forever. There is no way we are alone. First off, we're not that fucking special. And I mean, if you think we are, wow, I don't know. Considering space, as we know it right now, is infinite. Until proven otherwise, it's infinite. So, you're telling me alone there are like 200 billion fucking galaxies that we can see right now. Never mind what's beyond that. Are you telling me we're it? There's no way. Considering all life, ladies and germs, start out in space. Amino acids, there's only one place you find that, folks.
I
It's on
thought
Space
I
Rock.
thought we were all children of Adam and Eve.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hail Satan!
Saving that for
Save
an
that for
episode
next
soon to
week.
be. Dun dun dun. A little foreshadow.
But I'm saying, anyways, what I was saying, you can't get zero from infinite. There is no way we are it. I just find that very hard to believe. I'll be so disappointed if we are it. When, like I say, you consider we can see, like we know there's at least 200 billion other galaxies that we can see. What's beyond that? Who knows? Well, we know there's black holes beyond that. I got freaked out the other night a little bit. I'm not going to lie because I saw a video about black holes, but let's hope two never collide. That's all I have to say because I got a little freaked out.
We already know there's galaxies with planets that could support life potentially.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got our
for
satellites going out there.
We got like
Absolutely.
the TRAPPIST system. There's like multiple planets that the Kepler telescope has found. Like so many. I could not name one because they're all ridiculous names like Kepler 557-140b.
I have a question for you, Larry. What do you think of the SETI project?
I think the SETI project is amazing.
So do I. Search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Oh,
And it's been
SETI
around a long
program's
time.
awesome. I think like
I think
that's
it's
something
cool.
we need.
I like how they have this SETI at home thing. That's kind of cool. If you're a
Yeah.
space nerd, that's got to be like
You can
epic
help
for you.
search for aliens at home. Yeah, that is pretty cool. All
Yeah.
those NASA nerds growing up are probably loving that shit.
Oh, for sure, man. They have to be. They have to be. Are you kidding me? That'd be like, that'd be the
No, I like
the
too,
end all
like,
be all of their
if
existence.
they do find extraterrestrial life, they don't so want to like travel to them so much as just set up communications so we could like get technology from them.
Okay, here's
Share
another question.
technologies. I think that could be interesting.
What do you consider alien life form? Because there's lots of different things that you could
So,
consider an alien life form. Like,
you
any-
mentioned the
okay.
Kepler Legacy the telescope. Sorry,
Yeah.
they're shutting that down.
Are they shutting?
Yeah, they
Kepler
are.
down?
I'm on the NASA site right now. Yeah, man.
They probably got better stuff. I know they got like Voyager.
Wow.
And stuff.
I'm looking at a picture right now, man. That was a picture taken on the 30th of October.
explain yourself.
It literally it looks like Earth, but just a little bit more brown and more polar ice caps.
The Earth, though, I always like pictures of the Earth, man. It's pretty cool. We live on a very pretty planet,
Beautiful.
which is fucking round, motherfuckers. I might add. But anyway, so what do you think? Like alien life, like what do you define that for me? Do you think like we're
Anything-
talking about little grays, or are we talking about microscopic
So
fucking
far-
shit? Or
What I would characterize life, like alien life, would be anything that follows the characteristics of a living thing, but not found on our planet. So, like, it could be like bacteria, it could be like, technically a virus wouldn't be an alien. We found some kind of viral extraterrestrial thing. Kind of alien, though. Oh, controversy within my. But no, that's what I think.
okay, well then here's another question. One more question. Everybody can take a turn at it. If a fucking spaceship showed up tomorrow out of nowhere, what would the alien look like, and would we be all fucked? Or do you think we'd stand a chance? Alien invasion, boys. This is an apocalyptic scenario. Potentially.
Okay, are they like here to invade us?
We don't
For sure, or they've just
We don't
landed?
know. They just show up. You take it from there.
And are we in charge
This
of
could
this
be-
scenario, or is this
No,
like the
this is
government?
just
I think
the world in general.
we probably end up killing it. That's
Oh,
what I think
110.
happens. Like, yeah, we'd probably kill it. I'm guessing that if it doesn't try to attack us right away, It'll just scare the shit out of us, and we'll kill it. Yeah.
Probably.
And I think if we don't kill it, we'll imprison it and just do experiments on it.
Dissect that bitch.
And then its friends will come.
Because it won't have rights here.
It's no fun being an illegal alien. Sorry, I had to get that in.
So it's not like the governments couldn't justify fucking using it as a fucking lab rat. And what would it look like? You want to know what? It'd
Well,
probably
there's
be
a
a fucking
question,
blob
too.
of jello. For
Now-
all I give a fuck.
If aliens were to land on Earth, where do you think they would? pick
New
their
York.
landing
Oh,
site?
New York or Tokyo, someplace where you can see the motherfucker from
You
space
think
from.
like right in the middle of everybody?
Either that.
See, I think they go the other way. I think they go like minimal population.
Maybe.
They'd probably be like,
the White House
because they're
is
smart
from
enough.
on.
You'd think they're smart enough not to be like, okay, if all these motherfuckers look at me, they're all gonna go crazy.
You bring up a good point about rural areas, though. Rural areas, whatever. Out in the sticks, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm still violated, people. God damn it. Still violated. Fuck, that is good weed, though. I'm just putting it out there. But speaking of out in the Hicks and stuff, do you think maybe if you were an alien, because I'm not being an asshole, but because life is different out there and people think differently, do you think maybe as an alien it might be better to target the simpleton than the highly educated guy? Or do you think as an alien, maybe I don't want to deal with the dumbass population and just go to the world leaders or people that are supposedly smart and try? I guess if you're a peaceful, I guess it
I don't
depends
know.
your
It
intention.
It
Would they-
depends
would
how
they-
long they've been watching.
Guess it depends on your intention too.
Would they even be able to judge our intelligence on that level, though? Like, because that's like almost social intelligence. That
Well, yeah, but you're thinking if they're way more superior intelligent than us, like Budman said, you think they do their homework first. If I was an alien, I certainly would. I don't think I'd just land and go, I'm here.
Yeah, but they would have to like understand how we socially interact for them to
You
like
could
know
probably
the
do
difference
that
between
watching.
a simpleton and like intelligent person from the city. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but I mean, if you watched long enough, you could probably figure that out.
Like they could also judge
I don't know.
that type of intelligence differently.
It's just a
That's the
question.
thing with aliens. Like they could be so fucking different from us that just like
They think the rednecks
Everything-
are smart as shit.
everything they perceive
who
could be
knows?
different. Yeah, they could be like in their culture, farming land is the most intelligent thing you could be. But then, how the fuck
I was
would
about
they
to say, I
have
highly
flying
doubt
space?
that. What are they? They're flying through space in wooden ships?
Like
Like,
cow farts.
yeah, like we use pure
Spaceship
methane.
fucking going.
We'll get there in a couple weeks.
Man.
We just gotta wait and feed the cows.
That's the other thing, though, too. Space is so vast, right? I mean, everything travels at the speed of light, basically, in space. So maybe we haven't been contacted by extraterrestrial life yet either, because maybe they're having the same problems we are. They're trying to figure out a way to get through space.
Space is
You know,
just
to
so
space
fucked up.
travel like us.
Space, the final frontier.
Just because we haven't met them yet doesn't mean they're not out there. Maybe they're progressing maybe around the same level we are. We just assume. This is the
I was
thing.
about to say maybe
We
our
just-
satellites are passing theirs.
We just assume that they're going to be way more intelligent than us. But that may not necessarily be true. You see where I'm going with this?
Never know.
So many questions, no answers, obviously, on this
They
subject.
could
But
have come across it like space travel
No.
completely on accident.
Now,
yeah,
'Cause
who
I've
knows?
that's
always-
usually how we discover shit.
I've always
completely
kind of
on accident.
had a theory about the alien phenomenon on Earth. I'm pretty high right now, so keep this in mind. Okay, so you know how back in the day we built ancient pyramids and fucking wonders of the world, right? These things cannot be explained, and certain civilizations just disappeared after they were built. Not the Egyptians, like, they're still there, but point is, what if they built these things so they could withstand the time, like, withstand the wind of time or whatever the fuck it is, the damage of time, and then they fucked off with aliens, to go inhabit another planet because our planet was about to get fucked. And now, when there's aliens in the sky and those fucking UFOs, those are the humans that are already colonized another planet, sent a drone to see if Earth is okay. And now it's just sitting up there watching all of us like fucking idiots. I don't know.
Holy fuck.
Is that your movie
You just
pitch?
kind of blew my mind a little bit there. A little bit.
Like, I don't
I
know.
never really thought of it that way, to be honest.
Well, that's what I've always thought. Like, because the Mayans just disappeared. There's a couple
Although
other
I'm with Larry,
civilizations that just disappeared.
Is that your...
But it is food for thought, for sure. You know what?
That's like
Begs the
Predator
question.
shit.
Are ancient aliens really aliens, or
Or
were
are
they
they
just
humans?
humans from the future?
Or the
Oh!
past.
Or the past. Oh! Snap!
It's like Scientology shit now.
Oh, Lord.
You're gonna come
I don't
down
want Tom
from,
Cruise coming to my house,
from
man.
the universe and we will ascend.
So Men in Black show up at the door tomorrow. I never made this theory.
I did. Talk to me. I would love to meet you.
Well, if the Men in Black show up tomorrow, probably nobody's going to hear this podcast or hear from us again, apparently.
I would love to watch them dive into my head. You guys come out, there's two men in black huddled in the corner.
It's an interesting subject, though, for sure. Obviously, there's no answers. Lots of theories. I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. But I'll say this, it's been a fascinating thing to look up, for sure. And do I believe in aliens? You damn right. There's no way the numbers say otherwise. So, if you don't believe in aliens, fuck you. I guess is what I'm saying. You're a closed-minded fucking twit. And you need to get some logic and some common sense, because even now NASA and the scientific world are finally, hallelujah, saying the same thing. They're even giving dates now, people, roughly, when they think shit's gonna go down. We saw a couple videos between 2020 and 2025 or some shit.
2025 and 2030.
Some shit. Yeah, basically in the next 10 years, they're predicting that, yeah, we're going to make some kind of contact with alien life. And before this, what did they do? They tried to debunk it at every corner. So again, all conspiracy theorists, here we go. Do they know something that we don't? And now all of a sudden, they're putting a time frame on this shit. Think about that. I may have just started a fucking conspiracy.
That's when they finally
awesome.
release the knowledge that they've had aliens this whole time. They just say they got it like yesterday or something.
Okay, here it comes. Before we leave you, I have to bring it up now. Area 51, God damn it, I wasn't gonna, but here we go. Area 51. Were there aliens there? Yes, no.
No.
Okay. I believe maybe after the Roswell crash, there was at one point. But as soon as everybody started seeing it as a secret military installation where they keep fucking hidden shit and test hidden shit, that's when they started moving. Because there are videos you can see clearly of people that have just camped outside Area 51 and have seen the trucks leaving with fucking these huge fucking things with tarps over them. Kind of looks like a fucking saucer, but you can't really get the formative figure shape.
You know what? I'll
Should
say
we
this. They are a military base still. And they do some top secret military shit there. What was their intention when they first put it there? I don't know. But when they first put it there, I truly believe that they were holding government secrets, all right, of the highest level there, and you can take that for what you want. Were there aliens actually there? I don't fucking know. I wasn't there. But even if there wasn't aliens there, people, you have to stop and think of all the disinformation that place has put out over the years in the government about that place. There's obviously something that was going on there at one point that they literally thought was too big for humanity to handle. And what that was, I don't know. Was it aliens?
We'll never know.
Maybe, but we'll never know. So on that note, motherfuckers, I guess it's E.T. phone home.